Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you today. We're going to be talking about HOMEWORX Enchanted Peony. Now, I know that this fragrance is not new to the HOMEWORX lineup. However, this is the first time that I have had this fragrance in my collection. And so I did want to share my thoughts with all of you because I am surprised by how much I am enjoying this candle. So this is one of their standard 4-wick 18-ounce vessels. We've got the beautiful photographic wraparound label here, which HOMEWORX is kind of known for. I will always give it to them with packaging. I feel like they always seem to knock it out of the park, especially with the ambiance that is created behind the label when all of the flames are going. Beautiful packaging here. The fragrance notes on this particular candle are velvet peony, pink camellia, leafy greens, golden amber, and fresh blackberry. The pour date of this candle that I am reviewing in this video is July 8th, 2023. So this candle has a little bit older pour date, which I think is worthy to note, particularly with HOMEWORX candles, because I believe that out of all of the brands that I regularly burn candles from, HOMEWORX is the one that stands out to me that if I let them sit and cure for a little bit, I do notice an increase in the performance when it comes to their strength and throw. And even though I will talk about the strength and throw of this candle a little bit later on in this review, I think that's important for me to note there when the pour date is of this candle, because you might see a little bit of a correlation later on when I tell you about the performance of this one. So what is my nose detecting? This candle, to me, the reason why I'm saying that I am surprised by how much I enjoy it is because typically I'm not really a floral lover. I will say that if I do burn floral candles, it does tend to be in this kind of late winter, early spring. Most of you guys know I live in Arizona, so our winter temperatures are pretty much like what most people experience in spring. Those of you who live in the Midwest and the Northeast, maybe even the Northwest. But for me, I tend to start burning spring candles usually mid-February, late February, because our weather starts to warm up. Temperatures this week are actually in the low 70s for a daytime high. So it's like the perfect time for me to start breaking out all of the florals. So this is a candle that I actually started burning right when I got home earlier this month because I wanted to burn it with some of my chocolate candles that I had gotten in the Kringle Reserves. Now, this fragrance to me, I do detect the peony fragrance in here. However, there is a sweetness to this candle that I do think is coming from that base of fresh blackberry. Harry Slatkin has made it known that he is actually not really a fan of pure florals, which I know my friend Brett, Philly Candleman, absolutely detests that he does not do pure floral fragrances. But I personally am in the camp that I like that he mixes fruity notes with florals, because most florals tend to give me a little bit of a headache. I find them to be a little bit too perfumey. And so this candle is done really, really well. Now, I did purchase this candle from the Slatkin & Co. website. However, I did initially smell this candle in my local Home Goods about a year ago. And at that time, you guys know, I was trying to dwindle down my candle collection, but I took mental note and said, you know what, that's a candle that if I get my collection down, I would like to purchase it and try it out eventually, because I do really, really like the fragrance. It's got a sweetness to it. Like I said, you smell the peony in here. There is a little bit of green in here, but it's not overly herbaceous green or like fresh cut grass green. I wouldn't even say it's really like the stems of a flower green, but it does provide a little bit of freshness in here. But I will tell you that my nose definitely picks up on that peony. Golden amber, if there is amber in here, it would be producing something that would give it a slightly perfume effect. But again, not like, I hate to say this, and I always mean this very respectfully, but I think everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say that, like, sometimes when we think of perfumey florals, we think of quote unquote old lady perfume, and that's not what I'm getting here at all. It's definitely just a very sweet floral fragrance. It reminds me in the slightest bit, I think the reason why I'm liking this so much, there was a shampoo that came out. I want to say it was the late 90s. I don't even know if this shampoo line is still out, but do you guys remember the Clairol Herbal Essences shampoos that came around like in the late 90s? They had a shampoo that kind of reminds me of this fragrance, and I mean that in the best way, you guys. I don't mean it in like trying to say that like this smells cheap or anything like that. It doesn't smell cheap at all to me. It smells very sophisticated and pretty. But I think that's why, like, there's a note in here that smells a lot like that fragrance. And I was a early teen and when that product line was released. And so maybe that's why there's something about this that holds a little bit of nostalgia for me, even though, like I said, this is the first time that I have burned this fragrance. So I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, it's also pairing really nicely with a lot of the candles that are currently in my collection. I was initially burning this with spun vanilla sugar from Bath and Body Works. One of my subscribers, Betsy, has said that that is one of her favorite combinations, late winter, early spring. And then, like I said, it's also been pairing really nicely with Red Velvet Cake, the bittersweet candle from the Kringle Reserve line. So, you know, it could probably go really nicely with a couple of vanilla fragrances. So it's pretty versatile. I actually was burning it. What was I burning it with the other day? Oh, limoncello cupcake, surprisingly. That was also another good combination. So like I said, I'm enjoying the fragrance for the versatility. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance. So I'm going to go ahead and lift up the candle. You can see nice performing wicks here. I do have a little bit of wick residue in the wax pool, but it is not really impacting the fragrance on this candle. Wicks have been performing really well. And you can see this candle's been lit for almost 4 hours and I'm not getting any excess carbon balls. The wicks are getting a little bit long, but they're kind of that like medium width type of wick, not having any issues with them falling over into the wax pool. I achieved a pretty good wax pool on this one pretty much from the outset. Really, really good clean burn. I'm not getting any sooting. Strength and throw on this candle, you guys, is a pretty solid 8 in terms of how it is performing in my home. As always, I give in the description box kind of more information about the size of my home, layout, environmental factors. So if you're not familiar with that, please feel free to go down into the description box and you can compare some of the aspects of my home to yours. But yeah, this one in my open concept, it's good solid 8. It's almost too strong in my master bedroom, which is more closed concept. But when I have been burning it out in the living room, it is a really good anchor fragrance. It permeates all throughout the kitchen, all throughout the open concept living room. So it has been performing quite well for me. I definitely plan on burning this one good to the last drop. I don't see myself buying backups of this candle this year, only because I know that Harry has returned with this fragrance now pretty much. I feel like I've seen this one become available every single year that I have been purchasing from HOMEWORX, but I definitely could see myself splurging on another one of these next, what would that be, next late winter, early spring. I could definitely see myself buying another one and burning it again next year, just again, because the fragrance is beautiful. It's probably been my favorite floral fragrance that I have been burning this month. We know that the queen is going to eventually turn into lilac. We all know how much I love a lilac fragrance, and that will eventually take over as we head into March. But right now, this has been the go-to floral fragrance that I have been reaching for, and I would definitely give this candle 2 thumbs up. So let me know in the comment box down below, because this is not a new fragrance. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys might already be familiar with it. You guys let me know, what has your burn experience been with this candle? What is your nose detecting? Are you a fan of the way that HOMEWORX kind of blends some fruity elements with the florals, or are you kind of like, well, nah, I wish that it was a little bit more straight up floral? I'm always curious to know what other people think. This candle is available on the Slatkin & Co website. At the time that I'm filming this, they're running a sale. I feel like they tend to run sales on their weekends, but I'm filming this a couple of days in advance of me putting this up. But anyways, they do tend to run a lot of sales. I do have a discount code with Slatkin & Co. It is Katie's Joyful Life. It will save you 15% on orders over $40. Usually that cannot be combined. Like if you have to already enter another code to get a discount, then you can't combine 2 codes. You guys know me. I will always tell you, sorry, you guys, my neighbor is, I have little boys that are playing outside right now, and they are very, very loud and having fun. It's a beautiful day. They should be outside having fun. Sorry, you guys, let me get back to that. What I was saying is that that discount code usually cannot be combined with other discount codes, but you guys know me. I will always tell you guys to save the most amount of money every day that ends in Y. So if a sale is running and you get a better discount than the 15% that I can offer you, then definitely take that. But if you're looking, if like you can combine, if there's like a strike through price point, meaning like they mark down on the website, say the candle from $30 to say $22, then you usually can use my discount code in combination for some extra savings. So just a little bit of FYI for you in case you are new to shopping from the Slatkin & Co website. All right, you guys, please make sure you hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful or if you enjoyed it. If you like candle content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.